Hi, everybody. Candace Daniolo here. Let me see who's joining us tonight for Pets Plus Live Beyond the Pages. Awesome. We've got a lot of people already tuning in live. I love it. Many of them I was just chatting with in the Pet Boss Club. We had a training call, and I'm glad that everybody stayed tuned to come over here tonight. This is Pets Plus Live, the show. We're Beyond the Pages, where we take you beyond the pages of the magazine, which I don't even have a copy of the June issue. That's what we're focusing on tonight. I don't have a copy because I've been traveling so much, and the copy is at my doggy daycare. I haven't even been there yet to be able to pick up the mail. So I think I need to change my address to my home address to get the magazine. So I apologize for not having it, but it's a beautiful cover. It's blue. It has a goldfish on it, and it looks amazing. So hello to everyone that's joining in. My name, again, is Candace Daniolo, your show host, and I'm a business coach and consultant at Pet Boss Nation, as well as a former pet retailer, pet boutique retailer. I currently own a doggy daycare and grooming facility in Chicago, and I write regularly for Pets Plus. And I love these episodes. We've been doing them almost a year. You see, this idea came about last year at Super Zoo when I presented the idea to the magazine about really giving the readers an opportunity to chat one-on-one with our experts and our contributors at least twice a month. And here we are almost a year later, consistently delivering you awesome content. If you ever want to go back and listen to the old shows, all of them are saved on YouTube, on the Pet Boss Nation YouTube channel, as well as embedded on petsplusmag.com. You can also find them at the Pet Boss Nation Facebook page under the videos section. They're all there, and they're all filled with tons and tons of ideas and inspiration about how you can grow your pet business. So during tonight, for those of you who tune in regularly, you can chat in the comments. Christina from my team is here, and she'll flag any of those questions to have us answer them at the end. But I just wanted to, welcome you because you obviously maybe love Pets Plus. I love it too. And that's why we team up together to bring you all this kind of content. Now, to get your free subscription of Pets Plus magazine, visit their website, petsplusmag.com, and they will send you a free copy in the mail. They're beautiful, and they're filled with all kinds of business building tips. Now, both Pets Plus and Pet Boss Nation are going to be at Super Zoo. Super Zoo is coming up here on June 26th, Tuesday, June 26th through June 28th in Las Vegas at Mandalay Bay. If you haven't registered yet, you still can. I'm sure hotels are going fast, but it's Vegas, so I guarantee there's a hotel room somewhere. But it is definitely a place to be, to network, to find cool new products, and to learn. They have a great seminar section as well. Now, I think I can share the screen real quick. I think I'll pull out. I'll show you the floor plan of Super Zoo. Oh, not that one. This one here. Okay, so this is the floor plan for Super Zoo. And actually, because I had to flip tabs, I'm not sure if you can see it, so I won't spend too much time on here. I apologize. But Pet Boss Nation is our booth is right here. And then Pets Plus is all the way on the other side over here in the 4000s. So we're a little bit far away from each other. But look how big this show floor is. Isn't that insane? If you are going, definitely check out the new product showcase first, and then work your way all the way from there, all the way over to us, and all the way to Pets Plus. Because we're both doing some really cool things. Let me go back and stop sharing my screen. Okay. So the our booth is going to be 554, and the Pets Plus booth is 4371. You can find it on the exhibitor list. They're on superzoo.org. And if you're not going to Super Zoo, check out that website because there is tons of exhibitors listed, like over 1,000 exhibitors on that page, and you can check out the action of the show even if you're not going there. But when you do go and stop by the Pets Plus booth, because they are doing reader testimonials, And Pam, the senior editor, is also happy to set appointments. I think at Global, when they had a booth, a lot of people wanted to see Pam and meet her and talk to her about potential article ideas, I'm sure. And she was busy running the show floor. So if you'd like to set an appointment with her, just send her an email. I think she's going to put it in the chat there, but I think it's Pamela@petsplusmag.com. All right, and then Pets Boss Nation, we are actually going to be live streaming from our booth, 554, the whole thing. We're going to attempt to do something like this and live stream all day. So on Tuesday, the 26th, check out our page, and hopefully we'll be streaming some really cool action. I also want to mention before we get started that Women in the Pet Industry is having a reception on Wednesday night, and Pets Plus is a sponsor. That is open to anybody. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday, June 27th at the Mandalay Bay. So that's the Women in the Pet Industry conference, or not conference, but party, cocktail hour. Okay, I've rambled about Super Zoo long enough. We are here tonight to talk about the owner of the store that was featured in Pets Plus's June issue, and their cool store feature. Her name's Ellyn Suga, and she is on Shop Dog Boutique in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Now, before I bring her on, Shop Dog is a adorable boutique. I've actually followed her online for a long time. She's been part of the Pet Boss Nation community for a couple years now. I think I met her at a trade show a couple years ago. But she opened her doors to her boutique at the age of 26. And that was just, I think, like 6 years ago now, since she opened in 2012. So that means that she is a millennial. She's a millennial. And she's a super awesome millennial pet boss. And I bring this up because I know if you are watching and you own a pet business, a lot of millennials, not even if you own a pet business, I just feel like we constantly hear that millennials are not like engaged, they're not pulling their weight, they're not goal-oriented, they're slackers. I mean, if you go onto Google, millennials into Google, millennials are lazy. Millennials are ruining things. Millennials are screwed. They're entitled. They're weak. That's horrible. That's horrible that those are the first things that come up when you do a Google search for millennials. I'm bringing this up because I, as a business owner, and in my experience in growing my own businesses, millennials have killed it for me. They have helped me grow 2 very successful businesses. I'm just about 2 years outside of that millennial gap. One of my millennials is in the chat room, Christina. She has helped me build a business, and now she's helping me build this one. And I have an amazing team, actually, that's running my doggy daycare right now that's full of millennials. I have a company meeting happening right now they're going over the employee handbook at the company meeting, and I'm not even there because I trust those millennials. They are doing an awesome job. So I really would love to advise you that if you are feeling a struggle with millennials, that maybe you haven't connected with them in the right way, or you just haven't hired the right millennials, and that's not their fault, that's your fault. So I'm sorry, that's my little pet boss soapbox for a second, but I bring it up because we are gonna be chatting with a very, very super cool millennial tonight. So let me get to her little introduction, and she'll be ready to come on in just a second. So in less than 6 years, she has positioned her store as the must-stop boutique for dog lovers in the Midwest. She's created her own wholesale line of biscuits. She's also created a popular apparel line for dog moms. And she now has her sights on her continued growth through online sales. She's embraced the power of social media, and we're going to talk about that at both the local and the national level. And she is constantly looking for innovative ways to grow her business. All right, Ellyn, are you with us? Come on, turn your camera on and join us. Awesome. There she is.
Thanks for having me, Candace.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. What do you think about this whole millennial thing?
Yeah, I think it's been fun, to surprise customers when they come in, and it's like, well, can I who can I talk to about this? Or, so when a salesperson comes in and asks for the manager, it's like, well, I'm right right in front of you. But yeah, so I think it's been inspiring for a lot of young women in the Sioux Falls community to see that, we can do it, and you can be young, you can work hard, and I think it has been fun. I've been a part of a lot of local women's leadership groups, and it's been fun to be really inspiring for other women, just to show that it's definitely a possibility for any young women if you're willing to work hard and if you can find your passion.
Yes, you have to believe in what you're doing, and I think that when we think about millennials and what they want and how they spend their money. They want to put their money towards things that they are, not only money, but their time too. Their time and their money towards things that they believe in, right?
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So why don't we just start off by you telling us a little bit more about your store and the town that you're in? Kind of paint a picture for us.
Yeah. So Sioux Falls, we're in the Midwest. Great Plains. We do have some fun mountains a little bit out west. But yeah, I would say, there's definitely a lot of young people my age are moving back to the Sioux Falls area, people that, swore that they were moving away, moving to Minneapolis, moving to big cities. There's really a revival, I think, in the Sioux Falls area of young people moving back, young people really wanting to give back and build the community again. So that's been, super fun to be a part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Sioux Falls, just all in all, is a great city to be in, incredible growth. Our downtown is just blossoming more and more every single year. It's quite affluent community. I think people are really embracing shopping local, shopping small. So I've been very fortunate to be a part of that growing community.
Mm-hmm. I love it. Let me see if I've got your Pets Plus article up. Let me see if I can show it, because there's some pictures there of outside of your store. Yeah, so there we go. Let me pull it up. Here's you and your adorable dog. Okay, so yeah, here's some photos. So your storefront is, I think there's a picture in here of your storefront. Those are the cookies. We're going to get to that in a second. Awesome displays. I'm obviously going through this oh, there isn't one in there. Oh, it's at the top. There we go. Sorry. So yeah, are you in a shopping mall or a strip mall?
Yeah, so I love the center that I'm in. So we have I would say 90% of the owners here, it's they're unique, locally owned, they're female owned. So we have a coffee shop, several women's clothing boutiques, hair salon. It's just a really good mix. So we have good foot traffic. We do our Crazy Days events together. So, you definitely have your sense of individuality as a business, but we definitely team up together for more specialized events. So I just am so, so happy with where I've been for the past 6 years.
Mm-hmm. And is this your original location? You haven't moved?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so I want to continue on your story about your kind of millennial success. How did you get started into opening your business? Because that can be really scary for a lot of people. I know some of our club members, they're nervous to take that step to open a physical location. Tell us how you got started.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, looking back, it was, I went to college in Montana, and it's kind of one of those things you stop and look back, and there's all these little steps throughout your life that at the time didn't seem so significant, but when you look back, you realize those were these big stepping stones to get you to where you are today. Mm-hmm. So for me, going to college in Montana, I actually did not study business. I think a lot of people are surprised to hear that. Mm-hmm. I actually studied Spanish and anthropology, and definitely spent a lot of time hiking and fishing, and maybe a little bit too much time outside at times. But so my part-time job was actually worked at a little local pet boutique in Missoula. So super fun town, pretty liberal, kind of a little hippy-dippy town. Absolutely loved it. Loved the customers I worked with. Just fell in love with the pet industry, essentially. Mm-hmm. And then I moved back to Sioux Falls, actually adopted my Labradoodle, and all of these amazing products like West Paw. At the time, I was, feeding Solid Gold. It was really hard to find Solid Gold. Planet Dog, all these wonderful lines I fell in love with in Montana. No one in Sioux Falls was offering it.
Wow.
And So, I would find food at a groomer, and that groomer didn't have that customer service. There was no rapport. You buy food from a different groomer every week. They didn't know your name. They didn't, that was it. You'd sign the receipt and walk out the door.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so eye-opening to me. I hadn't lived in Sioux Falls for 5 years. I was like, oh my gosh, there's this opening in the market. No one's carrying these amazing lines. No one is focusing on this amazing nutrition that is out there. So, with what I would, from there, it was just research. Call vendors, call distributors, tell people what your idea is. Anyone is willing to talk to you, especially if you're going to be a future client. Call a distributor, say, this is what I'm working on. What are lines you'd recommend? What do you think an opening order would be? How could you help me with fixtures? What guidance can you give me as a representative? So I really did that. I did so much research. I worked with a small business development center. that was totally free.
Mm-hmm.
They helped me develop financials. Just as much research you can do. Go to big cities. I'd go to Omaha. I'd go to Minneapolis. See what people are doing. It's out there. You just have to get in the car. You need to call people. You just get up and don't be afraid to ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. Don't be afraid to ask, because a lot of times, maybe people aren't going to feel intimidated because they don't have a business just yet. But to your point, if these brands and people want to do business with you or want to see that shop in their town get filled, then they're going to help you.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. If you're interested in, I'll say Planet Dog, whomever, they want your business. They want you to do well. They want you to succeed. They're going to try to give you those tools to be set up for success.
Mm-hmm. Along the 6 years so far, what's been the most challenging for you?
Gosh, I feel like everyone says this, but probably staffing. I've had amazing staff. I've been in business for almost 6 years. I just hired my first full-time person. So I've really been a one-woman show for 5.5 years. And the beauty of, the part-time staff is I've gotten these young women who are so passionate about being here, but they have other full-time jobs. So it's so restrictive with their schedules, and, there's really no flexibility with them. So it's the good and the bad. You're getting someone who genuinely wants to be at the store. They want to learn. They want to use these products with their dogs. But, they get a little too busy. Full-time job is going to take, number one priority. Part-time job at Shop Dog is probably going to go, probably going to have to go on the back burner.
Right.
Yeah. And
so were there any surprises too?
Gosh, this is also a little cheesy, but, being in business for 6 years, it is cheesy to say, but just how much I care about my customers. And, I really say we are so family oriented, and I love children. So it's crazy to think about like these women, my age or a little older, that when I first met them, I first opened my store, they had maybe just gotten married or just gotten engaged, and now they'll come in. It's crazy. Some of them come in with like 3 kids, and you're like, oh my gosh, like I've seen you be pregnant over and over again, and like they have this whole wonderful family. And so it is amazing I didn't realize like actually what a bond I would have with these customers, because you're seeing them like every 2 weeks. You're seeing their little kids grow up when they come in, and it's just, to me, it's so special, just because I just love children and I love having them in. I love seeing their family grow. So that's been like just like a very sweet part of my business, is just getting to know my customers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then since you brought up those kids, that is something that was in your article in the magazine here in June, about that you love having kids in your store and that you do some special things for them. And I will have to tell you that is a pretty rare mindset.
Yes.
I think in most retail groups that I'm in, or when you hear people complain, it's always that the kids go running. The parents just forget about the kids. The kids go running through the store. They move all the toys. So they move all the toys. I mean, the worst was that Henrietta chicken, or the Earl, right? And they squeeze the chicken over and over. And it's like trying to talk on the phone and make a grooming appointment. And the kids are so obviously you must, you probably naturally love kids, but how do you help the kid community, and why do you do that?
Yeah. I just feel like, to become a destination, to become that fun thing that, that young family I described. So it's a Saturday. You wake up, they go to the farmer's market. Okay, what are we going to do now? We want our dog to be with us. So to be that happy place where like you can bring your dog, you can bring your children, it can be like something you do for 45 minutes on your Saturday. Coincidentally, I'm next door to a donut store, which is awesome because people are here Saturday morning, they're getting donuts with their family, they bring their dog, they can come to the store. So I think the benefit for that is you are going to get a family that wants to shop for longer. Their kids are having fun. Their kids like being in here. I go so far as to like I always have free stickers at the counter. So, for example, this is our shop dog Etta. So this is just this is a fun one. I'd recommend like any shop, stickermule.com. Super cheap stickers. Like it hardly costs you anything. It's something fun you can have your counter. You can expand your brand. It's just a fun freebie, whether like it's going to be an adult that's going to put it on their laptop or a water bottle, or it's a kid that you just made their day and they're going to wear it on their shirt and then they're going to walk around all day with your brand. So I just think being inclusive with children, I think it kind of is just that little bow on top to make it a fun family outing where like I want people to spend time in the store. I want people to sit on the patio. I want them to have donuts out front. Like I like it to be, just a fun destination.
And your team, even though they're part-time and now, but they also have to kind of share that same sentiment for it to work.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how do they pick that up from you?
I'm probably the most into kids. But yeah, I think once it's kind of one of those things, just leading by example and just kind of how you navigate the shop with children, or, maybe they are those kids that are pulling toys off the wall and just being like fun and playful with them and like, oh, like, where did you find this? Let's go find where this goes. So I think, and it's one thing too, I don't have children, but I always, like if someone were that, sweet and kind to my child, like you can build that connection with the parent. And that's what it's all about, is building that deep connection that they're going to want to come back to your store. They had this warm experience where the staff loved their kids. And it's so fun too, like that, like parents will say like, oh, our kids begged us to come to Shop Dog today. So, I mean, there you go. Like you're getting the kids to ask their parents to come here.
Yeah, and that's so important too. We had similar stuff at my store. We had stickers, and they weren't as cute as yours by any means. I had too much text on mine for the kids, but they were the same stickers we put on the dog food bags and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the stickers were like amazing, and then we even got dog-shaped lollipops and would ask the parents if we could give them a lollipop, and the kids loved that because then it was the same thing. They're walking when you're in kind of a shopping pedestrian area. It's like the kids are going to go, can we go into that shop? And then they'll pull in, and then the kids are going to want to buy something for the dog. And the parents are going to give in. So it is good to be kid friendly.
I'm going to steal that lollipop idea too, I think.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. So I usually have to ask, like I learned to, like, sometimes you have to ask the parent without the kid hearing, because then they're like, no, and then now you've got a whole nother issue.
True.
So I usually start with the lollipop, and if they say no, then I follow up with the sticker.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Now you brought it up about being a destination store, and that is the title of your article. Being a destination store is so critical. That is exactly how you're going to differentiate yourself as a small business from the big boxes. I was even on the call that I was on right before this with our Pet Boss Nation Club members. Somebody asked me about competition and like what to do, like with online competition or even other store competition. And I said, your competition is even the shoe store that's right next to you is your competition, because your only competition is competing for your customers' dollars. And if they had $100 to spend, are they going to buy that new dog bed, or are they going to buy that new pair of boots? So that's really the competition. So becoming a destination to make it enjoyable for them is so important, because then they're going to want to come to you. They're going to want to, because they know, like, and trust you, they're going to want to give their money to you. So how have you made yourself a destination?
Yeah, I think, and we might touch on this later when we have time to talk about like who I follow in terms of, business advice and books on business. But I really think, what the philosophy I've learned is just really making it all about your customer too. So, the philosophy I live by is that, your customer is the hero of the story, and your story is the store, and how can you help them? So, for me, so maybe my customer, their goal is they're a new young dog mom and they want to train the best dog ever. They want to make sure that their dog is really well behaved. They want to be able to bring their dog downtown to a bar with them. So we come into play with that by offering good treats. We can help refer to maybe a local trainer. We can offer cool, cute collars. So when they are downtown, they're like the cool dog mom that has all the cool gear. So it's just really about, offering knowing what is it your customer, what is really their struggle, their goal, and how can we help them overcome that.
Yes.
In terms of becoming more of a destination, I think what makes us so unique is finding a product. I could look online and find a product all day, every day. It's online shopping all day, every day. It's the best.
That's how you get to shop for yourself.
Yeah, that's how I get my kick. I don't shop for myself. I shop for the store. I can watch Netflix at night, and then like my happy thing is like watching Netflix, having my laptop, and like searching on Etsy wholesale, and just like, what can I find? To me, that's like one of the best things about business. I love finding, having customers. I have people come in, from Seattle, Texas. I just had someone in from Texas today, and they're like, we shop at boutiques. We've never seen this. I've never seen this. Like, it's so fun to know, like, when people walk in the door and they're just blown away, and, they really will spend 30 minutes like shopping and just finding everything that's so unique. Like, here's a candle, here is a collar, here's a t-shirt. It's just, I always say, like, I want the whole spectrum. I want it to be for that dog mom, but also for their dog. I want it for their house. I want the whole spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, the one way I think that for you, you brought up a good point about, knowing what your customer wants, but out of a lot of stores, like, you're very clear on who your customer is.
Right.
You are crystal clear that your customer is a dog mom, not pet parents.
Yes.
Your customer is for dog moms. And it literally, when we get to talking about social media and all the things, if we can look at your social media, I could share it right now. I'll just share it because everything from the way you design your flyers to the products that you offer, everything's very feminine, very fitted for like the dog mom experience. And even your example of what you just said about, well, if we've got a young new dog mom and let's take her dog to the bar, and sit outside, it's like, exactly who your customer is. And when that's so important, because I think that's really, if we all got that clear on who we actually want to serve, and then we start to infiltrate that theme in all of the areas of our business, everything, instead of trying to be everything to everybody, that's how you become a destination.
Right. And honestly, I didn't always have that mentality. I'll do a little plug for Donald Miller. I actually went to his a workshop in Nashville a little less than a year ago. Mm-hmm. And there was something he said that really resonated with me. He said, if you know that 80% of your customers are X, and then there's the other 20%, quit trying to market to 100%. Market to your 80%. Mm-hmm. And that just really like clicked with me, because I've always joked that all of our customers are female. Mm-hmm. And it just resonated with me. I'm like, well, why do I need to keep trying to market every ad to everyone? Like, I know who's buying at my store. I know their age group. I know what zip code they are, and they're women. And sorry to leave you out, guys, but the ladies are loving the store. I was like, I'm going to try this. I remember I was like so nervous. I ran my first ad that it was a Christmas ad. It just said dog mom in it. And I was like, this seems so isolating. Like, can I do this? And I did it. And I watched some videos. Hillary Rushford is amazing with a guidance on Instagram. I watched her videos, and she just really talked about what you should say for your intro on Instagram. Again, that really resonated with me. I changed it to professional dog mom advisors. This is what we offer you. We are offering you advice, and we're good at this. This is how we can help you. Dog moms, we're here to help you. So just that, seriously, it clicked with me. And, and I'm called Shop Dog Boutique, and I think that is why initially I wasn't getting a lot of male customers. They saw the word boutique outside and maybe they were a little turned off. But anymore, I know my customers are female. I know they're, maybe 21 up to 45, 50. So I stopped, especially even Facebook targets. When I promote a post, no more men. It's female. I pick that age. I pick that zip code. I do friends of friends. It's female. And I think that's an effective way to use your money. If you know where your customers are, promote it, boost it, hit that target.
It's so smart. It's obviously paying off for you too, because you're a super savvy Instagrammer and even on Facebook. So I'm sharing your screen on Instagram. You guys, okay. You should seriously follow Shop Dog. She does, I can't show it on because I'm on a browser. I can't show the stories. But I don't think, can I show stories through a browser? No, that's only on the phone. I was like, you know more about Instagram than I do. But it's really fun to watch Ellyn. She'll inspire you to use Instagram more. So one of the things she just mentioned, that right here in this bio, she's changed it to professional dog mom advisors. So, and then you come down to here and look, she's got a Doodle Mom shirt and an ideal customer and some more product. This mug here, Pretty Bomb Dog Mom, those are some of the products that she had custom made, and we'll talk about those in a sec. But, looking at your feed here, everything down to, I want to get down to this here. Here she's got a graphic, the flyer for the essential oils class, very feminine graphic. It's targeted directly to who she knows her customer is. And she's hosting an essential oil class, which it looks like it's a doTERRA class, and so that's not even. Do you sell those, or is that you brought a rep into your shop?
Both actually. So
okay.
I have a rep that came in to teach. This was her second time teaching, and I now sell. Actually, I sell the oils on my shelf now.
Nice. Mm-hmm. And then I love this down here again. Ladies' night, a bunch of flowers, and you're hosting your wine night, which we'll talk about too in a second. But I love the Dog Mom's Rule. More really feminine collars, adorable puppies, paint your pet. Looks like they did paint your pet night. And I love too what you're doing, just because we're seeing them here. I love that you're taking reviews and quotes by people and you're making these little graphics, integrating them too. You're repurposing it. Yeah, I love that. Look, there's kids. So it is. I mean, just by looking at her Instagram feed, like what this experience is going to be like. And I think this is why, when people come to, they want to come when they visit from out of town, they want to come to your store.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing, how many, I've been getting a lot of new customers from the Minneapolis area, and a lot of it is just young women that walk in. They're like, yeah, I've been following you on Instagram for a year. I'm so excited. I'm visiting a girlfriend. I've been wanting to visit your shop. So Instagram is definitely, it's huge. It's brought in so many new customers for us.
It's your marketing strategy.
Absolutely.
You take the time to make these pictures, to take the photos, and to really curate a nice selection. And so it's your marketing strategy. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing now. Okay, cool. So part of that destination piece is this unique products. So we shared it online, but I brought it with me. I have a Pretty Bomb Dog Mom cup. So that's what she did. She's got her logo made on these custom products, and she went her social media marketing. There you go. Woo-hoo. Love it. I saw that cup because she posted on Facebook, and she's like, I just got all these really cool. So it was like a Tumblr. I think it was just a picture with all of them. I loved the phrase "Pretty Bomb Dog Mom," and I instantly was like, I want one. I'm gonna call your store. How do I get one? And I started thinking, I'm like, I don't think she has like an online store. I literally think she probably just has used social media in a way that gets people to literally be like, send me one. And you just like call them on the phone and get their info. I mean, what do you do? How are you using social media to actually sell?
Right. So within the shop, I mean, or locally, definitely like stories are huge. And this is something that maybe I should have known sooner. But so for example, if I was doing a story and it was like a short video, I didn't realize that in order to be picked up, like for you being in Chicago or maybe in Sioux Falls, for me to be picked up as a Sioux Falls story to be viewed by other people that are following Sioux Falls, that I needed to physically tag my boutique in the video. So I don't know, that took me a minute to learn that, but it was amazing. Once I started doing, maybe we'd have an event at the store, it'd be like a 7-second video. I would tag the location of Shop Dog in the video. And so you could see 600 people who are following me are seeing the video. And then there's an additional 400 people who are just following Sioux Falls. They're not even following Shop Dog. So it's amazing, I think. And depending on, I don't know what the like the setup for Instagram is currently, but it seems like stories right now are outselling product than a post for me. So it's incredible. Like we can get a new Fluff and Tough, all-time favorite toy line. Shout out to Fluff and Tough. But yeah, we can get the new Fluff and Tough sloth and do a video, a short story on Instagram. And honestly, it's crazy. It could be like 30 minutes and someone will be in for it.
Yeah.
But then you're asking too on like a more, maybe a national level, we do, I get a lot of messages and I just say, give us a call, we'll do, we can process your order over the phone. I have tried e-commerce before. I have integrated e-commerce to Lightspeed, which is my point of sale. And it was too much, it was too much to manage. I'll be the first to admit it. Like I put so much money and time into it. And eventually I had to throw in the towel. Especially for me, if I'm positioning myself that I carry unique single off items, by the time it took me to photograph a unique collar, get it up online, it's sold, it's gone. Yeah. And there's no point. So when I say I'm going to get back into e-commerce, it's really going to be probably 4 SKUs. It's going to be very limited. It's going to be the tumblers. It's going to be Shop Dog specific. And it's going to be something that I know I'm not going to run out of inventory. It's gonna be worth the money to have things photographed. It's going to be worth my effort.
They'll be like these unique things you're finding, and that because even online stores have to be unique. They have to. Even if you're solely an online store, you'll never win on price, and so someone's always going to be cheaper than you. So you've got to win on being unique.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you use social media like she did, I mean, she sent this really quickly. Like I think I just called. I don't know if I just put my number. I called the store. I think you gave me the number, and then they took my card over the phone, and it shipped right away. It came with, I think I had some stickers in it or something, and a little card from you, or so it made me feel special too. So.
Good. Yeah, I'm big on like anything that goes out the door. It has I handwrite a thank you note. I throw in stickers. I throw in if I have like a little sample of treats. Even if it's someone, I have a customer in Tennessee. I send to her all the time. Is she gonna buy a bag of food from me or like a certain thing of treats? Probably not, but it's like a fun little bonus gift. Yeah.
I love it. It's very smart. I mean, that's why like when people say they're struggling in business, or when I hear that, or they don't know what to do, I'm just like, get back to like the basics, get to not even the basics, but get to the things that you can control. There's so many things that we can't control, but we can control how we use the resources we have and how we deliver the experience for the customer. And it sounds like you're doing an excellent job at all of that. So good job. Cool. Well, we've got your mugs. We talked about that. I would really love to hear more about how you are a big planner and you do these events, and it looks like we've seen some really cool events on there. Tell us more about kind of what you've got coming up and how you've been able to make your events successful.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, big planner. I have a whiteboard in our back room, so we will map out like 3 months in advance. So we have, for July, we're going to be bringing in a new line of frozen yogurt. So I've already prearranged with that rep, we're going to get some free product. Just really telling them, like, this is a new product. We're excited about your product. We want to hit the ground running with it. What can you do for us to have our best foot forward? So we're going to get some free yogurt. We're going to have probably like a fun free frozen yogurt on our patio on a Saturday. So we'll come up for that. We'll do a fun graphic. You really do need to post an event. Like, you need to create an event page for it. That's been a learning experience for me.
Yeah, on Facebook, guys. So create an event page on Facebook.
Yeah. I used to, back in the day, I just throw a post up, and it's like, now I'm realizing that there's a lot of importance. Even if a friend clicks that they're interested, think of all the friends of that person that is going to see, oh, Katie's interested in this Shop Dog event. That's just amazing free marketing. So yeah, really getting a good graphic, getting event posted. You don't need to do it a month out in advance. I'm big on, like, people have short attention spans. People are busy. 2 weeks out maybe is, in my opinion. It doesn't need to be floating out there forever. But yeah, I think
prepared. Way in advance so that you can get all your stuff lined up. And
yes.
Yeah.
I created, so my dog is a Labradoodle. I created about 3 years ago, I call it Shop Dog Doodle Club. Just a fun excuse to get my doodle customers together. We'll meet sometimes at the shop, we'll meet downtown, we'll go for like a 1.5 mile walk together. It's just an amazing opportunity to walk for a mile with a customer that maybe you didn't know that well. Talk to them about their dog, learn about their family. Maybe they'll notice the harness that Edda's wearing, and then it's this new conversation like, oh gosh, I think I need that rough wear harness. And it's not even just about, making a sale. It's so fun to get to know a customer better. So whatever you can do, yes, that takes your time, but just the value in an event. Maybe you just organize a walk. You don't know where that will get you. Maybe you can create a new friendship with a new customer.
So I hear you have a wine license now.
Yes. So that's been really exciting.
All day outside of Shop Dog on the patio for the dog moms.
And it's so funny. Like, I've done wine samplings with reps at my store in the past, and I'd have bottles on the counter to represent that wine, and everyone would come to checkout, and they'd like grab the bottle and be like, okay, I'll take this too. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, I cannot legally sell you that bottle of wine. And then it just like finally hit me. I started doing research, like, what does it even cost to get a wine license? In South Dakota, it was $550. And if you calculate margin on wine is amazing. You can make that back fast. I've made that back in one tasting, one event. It's fun. And then you're catering to who I know my customers are. It's so fun. So I'm retailing it. I can sell I can pour a glass for someone. They could buy a glass here.
Wow.
And again, it's that whole thing with reaching out to a sales rep if you got your license, and just reaching out to a rep and saying, how can you help me? I want to do this fun event. What can we do? Can we do a wine sampling? What can you provide? For me right now, I have a new wine that's called Bar Dog. A rep will call me and be like, yeah, I have this wine that has like a Boston Terrier in the bottle. Do you want to carry it? And I'll be like, sure, I'll take a cake.
You're like, every bottle with every label that has a dog on it will come through.
Because you will seriously have that one customer that it's on the counter and they're like, oh my gosh, this girl is like, I'm going to go visit my brother-in-law next weekend. And he and my sister, they have a Boston that looks just like this. I'm going to get this.
Yes.
And it's just amazing. It's just this fun thing that people are blown away. They're like, is this wine for people, like, can I buy this? Like, and you're like, yeah, we got our wine license. And we're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So it's just fun. I mean, if I'm big on research, so like something that you think is like a big hurdle and scary, or you just like don't know, just like pick up the phone, call, ask, find out what the cost is, find out how you can make your money back on it. There's no harm in doing some research, and it works out. I mean, if you, just pick up the phone.
I love that. Teresa was curious if you're able to give away the wine when they shop.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like, so the sampling was free. I sampled last time. I sampled 5 wines. So if a woman wanted to sample a 5, she was welcome to do that. Technically, like, if some ladies wanted to hang out on our patio and share some wine, we could sell the bottle, and then they could open it here and consume it here. So yeah, absolutely.
How long have you had your wine license?
5 months now, I want to say.
Okay. I think, it depends on what kind of atmosphere. I mean, this could blow up for you. It's going to already, because you're so niched on dog moms, they're going to, mom's night out every Friday night, you could be selling tickets to come in. You could be, it could be, wait lists of things, and, or even just to your point about the gift giving, you can get realtors. I love the idea of like getting realtors maybe who want to give a gift to somebody, a client that just sold a house who has a dog, and they know that you've got all the dog labeled.
Yeah.
There really is just so much opportunity.
And I think too, like, our customers have gotten to know our staff. They know that we're going to be friendly and welcoming. So I think it's so fun when maybe there'll be a handful of women that show up and they didn't come with a friend, like, but they feel comfortable enough. Like, they don't feel like it's going to be strange to show up alone. Like, they know they can come hang out with us. Like, they can mingle with the sales rep. They can shop. They can have a drink in their hand. They can come talk with us. And I think I love that, like, we're that place where any woman would feel comfortable, like, coming without a girlfriend and just knowing, like, oh, I'm going to have fun. Like, I know the girls that shop dog, like, I can show up.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. And now you got a review recently from a dog dad who was happy with you.
Yeah, so of course, this is like every retailer's worst nightmare. Like, you wake up and you have like Google review 2 a.m. and you're like, oh my God, why was someone writing me a review at 2 a.m.? But yeah, it was just this young guy that it said, like, super helpful staff, fun store, great products, ... But they only sell things for dog moms. And then he gave me 3 stars. So that definitely, it's kind of one of those things. It's like, well, any woman that reads that, I guess, is going to be like, oh my gosh, this is great. They only have stuff for dog moms. Like, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're like, great, thanks for advertising for me.
Maybe it was a little bit of a good plug. I don't know. But I mean, no matter like how many great reviews you can get, it always stings to get something like that where you're like, oh, really? Like 3 stars? Like, even though like you were really helpful and you loved our product.
Yeah, I think overall, in the big scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. And I think it's fun. But I think to the point though of even what taking you do. I mean, there's stores that are more into the all natural outdoors hiking that are a little more masculine stores.
Right.
They can easily get a beer license too, and they can serve craft beers or do the same thing. Super niche on that. So really, I mean, we're not saying you have to push alcohol, but I've even seen, and this was not a pet store, but it was a women's gift store, gifts and homewares, gifts. And they had fresh flowers. They got a refrigerator case and sold fresh flowers because they knew that their customer would like buying the jewelry or some of the home goods. They might want flowers too. Yeah. So I've never seen flowers outside of a florist shop.
Yeah,
in a boutique like that. Okay, so we have about 10 minutes. If anyone has any questions, please type them in the chat. If you want to tap into any more, or maybe even ask Ellyn. I feel like she'd be great at coming up with ideas for you if you want to share what your business is like and what you can do. But we do have one question back about the wine. Judy's just asking if there are a lot of dog labeled wines.
So there is a great winery out of California called Mutt Lynch.
Yeah, I've got their stuff
And
before.
I have brought some of theirs in, and all of their labels are wine oriented. But yeah, I mean,
Me too. I think they give money to rescue dogs too with each person.
yes, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's a one
Um,
in Labrador. I mean, I think there's got to be at least like probably 40.
yeah,
But I don't
yeah.
know.
I mean, even like if you did, because it's just working through a distributor and that reps just saying this is what I'm looking for. I think they could kind of rifle through different wineries to find something for you.
Eleanor, I love it. She's like, all you got to do is start promoting. Like, she's like, tell all the guys if they come and shop, they can meet dog moms. And
Yeah.
I was like, you should start writing ads to single guys about where to
Yes.
find a girl that's a shop dog.
Oh, we've joked I'm like, I want to do like in February, do like a singles mixer or like must love dogs, like a mixer or something here. But then I was like, but what if it's just like no guys come or like, and then it'll just turn into ladies' night, I guess, which would be okay.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. Cool. All right. So, I think we've covered. Oh, well, no, actually, there are a few other things with social media, or not even, but technology. I guess this one's more about technology. You have a VIP text club.
Yes.
How about?
So kind of random, but normally when you get a sales rep coming in, you're like the middle of a busy day, you're just kind of like, okay, I'm too busy. But I had a rep come in about a year and a half ago. Her company she's with is called Centex. So essentially, I think I pay $99 a month, and essentially, so customers, I have signs all over the shop that it says, "Join our VIP text club, receive 20% off one item as a thank you for signing up." And then, so from that moment forward,
I mean, they've got their mobile device, they pull it up, and they probably text their number to a number.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then, brilliant, you have their info.
Yeah, so then it'll be like right at checkout, we can help them through the process, and they confirm with a yes, and then it says 20% off. So then, I'll take 20% off a candle, Fluff and Tough, and then they're in the program. So then if I have a special event, if, maybe it's like, for example, spring. I had all these beautiful new floral colors in, everyone's feeling spring vibes. So I sent a text out and I said, new spring colors just arrived, come in. And it's about scarcity too. Like, I definitely recommend putting a window on something. So I said, come in today through Sunday or today through Saturday and take 20% off any collar. It was incredible. Like, ladies were coming in all weekend, shopping for collars, showing the text message. And it was like, is it a limit on collars? Like, is it one collar? I'm like, no, go to town, buy all the colors you want.
I'm overstacked in collars. Clean me out, people. Help me out.
Yes. So I love so benefits to that. Not all my customers are on Facebook. Not all my customers are going to read an email the day of like I would. So there's just this beauty in, and I try to schedule it around lunchtime or, say maybe it's around 11:30. So maybe someone's on their lunch break at work and they're just playing on their phone and, oh, here's a text message from Shop Dog. Mm-hmm. And it's incredible. That's been huge for me. I definitely, I would definitely recommend something like that if someone would have access to that.
Yeah. See, guys, aren't millennials so cool? I'm like, this is probably one of my favorite interviews that we've done. I mean, you just are a breath of fresh air, not only as a millennial, but a shop owner. I think your excitement for what you do and your passion for your customer is very clear. You're only going to be even more successful as this continues to grow for you. So, thank you so much for sharing with so much with us tonight. I'd love to end it on a way that you're going to share your best business resource, because you've shared a couple. Yeah. But I think you got a few more.
Yeah. So I'm like a big into podcasts. So like I don't have cable or anything. So like if I'm walking around the house, I generally have like a podcast playing. So I definitely want something that's going to be more educational. I had mentioned Donald Miller. So this is like one of my, let's see, you see?
Okay. Building a story brand, yeah.
So mine is autographed. I can't lose this one. So he has a great podcast as well that I definitely would recommend. He's interviewing different business gurus as well. So I think he's great. I love that book. It's kind of what I talked about, what is your customer struggle? How can you be there to help them? It's just really making it about your customer. And how you can position yourself as someone that is an authority, that they can trust your guidance. If you're going to recommend a food, if you're going to recommend a toy, they can trust you that you're being empathetic to their problems. You have the authority. You've done the research. So I think anyone in the pet industry, I mean, that's really what it comes down to is this trust and how you can have that rapport. Also, other just favorite fun podcasts, but also business related, is How I Built This. That's one of my absolute favorites. It just is one of those podcasts that gives me goosebumps every time I listen to it, because these people are just telling their stories of how they were just on the brink of failure and just kept going and just were able to make something incredible. Actually, there was one in Kate Spade too that it was one of my favorites, and she was just so incredible. And there's just so many amazing women, like the founder of Spanx. I think that was one of my favorites. She would not give up. She would not take no for an answer. And yeah, it's just so inspiring. Like I said, it's just goosebumps listening to those.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, we do have one more question here now, okay. And I want to bring it up because Jennifer is her first question, and it's also, I think, was mentioned in the article, your Pets Plus article for June, but it's what program do you use for your birthday club? I think it says that you sent out, you got about 250 emails, or you said, well, tell us about the whole thing. You touched on it in the article.
Okay, so birthday has been huge for me, just to really position myself with a lot of any promoted posts that, like, I'll say we are the premier destination in Sioux Falls. We truly are for birthday goods. So the birthday club, what a customer would get for joining or being in it, they would get a free birthday bandana. Super simple. I'll go to Joann Fabric like once a month, pick out fun new fabrics, and then we just have a little template we use to cut the bandanas. Honestly, hardly costs anything. So free bandana, and then they get a free goodie from our bakery case. And then I also give them 15% off one toy. So just, it's nice. You're giving them a little incentive to spend some money. And then they're getting those freebies as well. And it's a reason to come to your store. Like, they know they're going to get a couple of those fun free items. Again, with children, like, I let them pick out the bandanas. So for customers to sign up, I have a form on my website. I have a WordPress site, so every month I'll export the form, and then I put it into MailChimp. It's a little bit of a process, but it works for me. I have actually looked into converting my birthday club in integrating it with my text program. However, the hard thing with that is a lot of our customers have more than one dog, and it will only permit one number to be associated with one birthday. So I would prefer it to be text eventually, but it's one birthday, one phone number right now. But yeah, if you can do some kind of birthday club, an email goes out basically at the beginning of the dog's month, and then we just say, come on in, we'll help you pick out a great gift. This is what you get. Customers will walk in the door and they're like, I'm in the birthday club. What do I get? What do I need? Or people have their phone ready and be like, I got this email from you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's huge. We have last month, I think, or this month, they sent out 300 emails, and it's just boom, 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 boom. Every day, people are showing us their email.
And do you, when a dog walks in for the first time, who's like, and they say it's their dog's birthday, but they're not in the birthday club, do you still give them all the stuff?
I do. Yep. So I just say, have you joined our birthday club? And they'll be like, no, I'm not familiar. And then I tell them, these are all the perks. I say it's completely free. all I need is your email address,
Yeah.
essentially, and that information about their dog. So I'll just say, I'll let you shop, pick out what you need. We'll get your free stuff, free goodies. And then right when you check out, we'll get you signed up. So, we try to be really lax about it. So they just feel comfortable that they can keep shopping, and we'll just do it at checkout. And I just give people what they want.
Yeah.
They want a bandana, give them a bandana. Yeah.
Yeah. You remove the friction. You're just like, yeah, like, let's just make it happen. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love it.
And then they'll be like, well, I have another dog. Can I sign my other dog up? And so, you're just at the computer getting them added. I'm all about just making customers happy and I want them to have a great experience. I just want it to be good all around.
Oh, cool. Well, Ellyn, are you coming to Super Zoo?
Not this year.
Oh, not this year. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So we're sorry we'll miss you there, but I'm sure we'll see you at another one sometime soon. Yeah. Awesome. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching tonight. And this will be scheduled again as a replay over on the Pet Boss Nation Facebook page, as well as the Pets Plus website. So if you guys ever have any questions, you can reach out to any of us. And I just want to thank you so much, Ellyn, again for joining in.
Thank you. Right. It's been fun getting to know you. And anytime I've reached out to you with a question, you've been amazing. And I mean, you're an inspiration too with everything you've done in Chicago. So thank you.
I appreciate that. For me, I was telling the clients, like, my goal now, I've been in brick and mortar for 16 years, and I am ready to just help more people have successful businesses. And that's what Pet Boss Nation is all about, is we just help people, make more money, because when you have more money, you can make a bigger impact. Yeah. And, a bigger impact to your own lives, your own local communities. So that's what our goal is now here. So,
well, you're doing an awesome job.
Thanks. All right, cool. Well, we're gonna let everyone get to their evenings, and I'll let you be able to get home and go to leave your shop. So, all right, everybody. Until the next time, we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.